I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Today we're going to look at the EVA target. Now this is a meter by meter by 10 centimeters thick. It's a foam target. Now this is very similar to the foam we use for normal target archery, except this is 10 centimeters thick instead of 20 centimeters thick, which is what you normally use for target archery. Now when you shoot at this foam for target archery, which is 20 centimeters thick, your arrows will penetrate the foam. So they normally have a backing behind the target, something like that will be hanging behind the target to actually capture your arrows. Now at the Nationals, my actual arrow went straight through the foam because the backing wasn't big enough, because I had a smaller bag than that, and the arrow was landing behind the target. So the 10 centimeter target, it's not strong enough to stop a high-powered compound bow. Now I'm shooting here, I'm shooting a 42-pound recurve at 28.5. Now I want to show you, I've been shooting the center target here for 2 weeks now with compound and recurve. I'm going to show you how it's blown out. You can see I'm still shooting it. This I've been shooting, I haven't actually moved these targets. You can see I've got no hits basically anywhere else. This is the target I've been working on, and I've been shooting a few arrows over here. So I want to show you what it looks like behind the target. Okay, so this is behind the target. You can see all the arrows are being caught by the bag that I normally use. Now this one here almost missed, and you can see how much it's penetrated through the target. So you definitely need a bag or something behind the target for a high-powered compound or recurve. Basically the bag is what is slowing the arrow down. Now we'll go back to the front. Now the price of this foam target, you're looking around $80, which is super cheap. You can see the arrows pull out real easy, and I'm going to say easier than the bag target. So what the foam's doing is basically slowing the arrows down a bit for the bag. It's giving you that nice flat facing and stick a target face on. You can see how easy I'm pulling these arrows out. But as far as capturing your arrows, unless you're shooting a really light poundage bow, you're going to need either a bag behind, or you're going to need to buy more of these. Now I want to talk about value for a target. The targets we shoot at are 1.2 centimeters by 1.2 centimeters by 20 centimeters. Now they cost around $400 to $800 depending on who you buy them from. And this is 1 meter by 1 meter by 10 centimeters, and this is $80. So you can get 2 of them and make your 20 centimeter target for $160. Super cheap. Now I'll just grab these other ones out. So the question I'm going to get asked is, well, can I just put a bit of MDF board behind this foam target and will that stop the arrows? Well, yeah, it will, but it's going to hit the MDF board so hard that you're going to struggle to pull your arrows out, and you're going to damage your arrows, and eventually you're going to damage the board. So I don't think that's a good idea. You need a bag or some more foam behind it. Now I'm going to take this off, and you can see the damage. This has been from 2 weeks of shooting, and I shoot every night. So that's the center there. I'm going to zoom up for it so you can see what it looks like. That's pretty good. That's from 2 weeks shooting. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the back. Now with the targets I sell, they come from Vietnam, from a company called Fasco, but I'm not allowed to use that name because another person's patented the name of the company, but that's alright. Doesn't worry me, people. It's definitely a different foam to the targets that come out of Fasco in Vietnam. A company called Fasco. Anyway, so this is what the back looks like. So this is where I've been shooting all the arrows into, and it's not blowing the back out. So you can see there, I can push my finger in. It's definitely softer here than there, but that's not bad from 2 weeks shooting. Now I want to compare this to the Vietnamese targets, and I want to compare it to the other target, which is called, it's a yellow center. It's called, there's another target called Denage Eva foam. Anyway, it's got a rubber core. Now, just shooting at a normal target, I can blow a hole in it in 1 day. So I can make the target center obsolete in 1 day of shooting because it blows holes in. Now this here, I've been shooting compound. You can see I'm getting complete pass through, but there's not much foam coming out the back here. I'm really happy with this because that's 2 weeks shooting. I'm not getting complete, well, I say not complete pass through. I'm not destroying the actual fabric of the foam. So by adding a bag behind the target, it's actually capturing the target. So just this foam here is effective at $80. Now a normal foam target, people have estimated, costs around $10 a day to shoot at per archer. So I've been shooting this for a couple of weeks now, and it's $80, and I've only shot that one spot. So to me, these are really good value, and if you want to get more of them, you can get 3 of them. 3 times 8, $240, and you've got a target 3 times thick, 1.5 times as thick as you would with a normal foam target, and they're pretty good to pull your arrows out of. Now, comparing pulling your arrows out of this target to the Vietnamese targets, the Vietnamese targets are much harder. The other company, who I can't think of, who engraves their target at the front here, something like EVA or something, to me that's a much harder arrow to pull your arrows out of. Their centers are much softer, but I find their foam crumbles, so as you shoot it basically falls apart. It's a really nice foam to shoot into, but my arrows cause the foam to fall apart. The other target which this reminds me of to shoot into is a Denage target, and it works very much the same as this, where you have the backstop which is actually causing the arrows to be stopped. The actual arrows go straight through the target and are captured by the back netting or the back target that you have behind it. So to me, that's the closest to this foam. But the Denage target, I'm going to say, is about $1,000, $80. So to me, I've been pretty happy with this target. So I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies, EVA targets. Now, comparing that to the bag target's going to last you longer, but it doesn't give you the nice flat face, and it won't give you the nice position of the arrows where you can see the arrows stuck into. When you shoot a bag target, arrows can drop. So bag targets are better to practice out. Sometimes they're hard to pull your arrows out of. This I'm finding is really nice and very light. It weighs about 3 kilos. 3 kilos. It's easy to ship anywhere because it was 3 kilos. The normal foam targets, the 1.2s by 1.2s, are about 30 kilos. This is about 3 kilos. So, but yeah, it's quite a good, you can see how it bounces back when you press into it. It's a different type of foam. Yeah, I'm very happy with it so far. So I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Thank you for watching. Bye.